This question comes from Ayan, who asks, what if humans could suddenly see every atom around them? First of all, Ayan, I appreciate your curiosity. Second of all, why? Why would you want to turn the entire world into a shimmering swarm of violently shaking dots? But okay, let's imagine it. Let's start with what seeing atoms actually means. Atoms are tiny. Like really tiny. A human hair is about 1 million atoms thick. If you could see every atom individually, your entire field of view would instantly become a noisy, vibrating, static cloud, like staring into a universe-sized snow globe that someone won't stop shaking. Your brain, which is used to smooth surfaces and solid objects, suddenly gets hit with trillions of points bashing your retina like microscopic strobe lights. You wouldn't see your hand. You wouldn't see the room. You would see atom soup. This is already a problem, mainly because humans do not navigate the world using soup vision. Seeing atoms means detecting light at the atomic spacing, but atoms don't politely sit still for you. Thanks to thermal motion, every atom you're looking at is jittering around at hundreds of meters per second, which means the entire world looks like it's made of blurry dots, vibrating dots, or dots vibrating so fast they smear into lines. Every few nanoseconds, quantum mechanics basically rewrites everything you're looking at. Your brain tries to interpret all this and says, yes, the world is oscillating confetti? Fun fact, surfaces look smooth to us only because we can't see the atoms that make them. Once you can see them, solid objects stop being a thing. Glass becomes a shimmering forest of ions. Air becomes a buzzing, fog-like swarm that blocks everything behind it. In fact, the air alone contains about 10 quintillion atoms in every breath you take, all zooming around like caffeinated toddlers, which means everything looks like a fog machine exploded inside a cloud that exploded inside an explosion. If your vision is good enough to resolve individual atoms, you probably also get to notice that the electrons aren't actually orbiting anything. They're probability clouds. So now your vision includes atoms, nuclei, orbitals, quantum wave functions, and the constant reminder that reality is held together by math. Congratulations! You have become the world's most miserable physicists. Here's the real issue. Seeing atoms requires detecting photons with atomic level resolution. To resolve something that small, you'd need wavelengths so short they fall in the X-ray or gamma ray range. And if your eyes are absorbing gamma rays, you stop being biology and start being physics. Your retina would basically undergo a tiny personal nuclear meltdown. Your optic nerve would receive its resignation email. Your brain would get spammed with signals that look less like vision and more like high-energy radiation warnings. Let's assume for a moment that you survive. You now see the air as a swarm, the table as grainy lumps, people as vibrating atomic clouds, every surface as a chaotic storm of particles, and space itself as mostly empty. The world becomes so visually overwhelming that your brain can't filter it. You probably walk into walls, not because you can't see them, but because you can't not see the atoms on both sides of them. Depth perception dies instantly. Everything becomes transparent. Everything becomes opaque. Everything becomes, well, atoms. So what happens if you could see every atom? You go blind, then overwhelmed, then possibly irradiated, then very confused, and then finally extremely annoyed that you asked. The world doesn't turn magical. It just becomes a noisy, buzzing, hyper-detailed chaos storm that your brain was never designed to process. So the real question is, why would you want this? Because scientists already do have tools to see atoms, and they wisely store them in labs, not inside their eyeballs.